because everybody's focused on themselves and their needs and their wants, and
I'm not.
You're not
I'm
thinking
the complete
holistically.
opposite. And when it comes to being with a man or in a relationship or whatever, even with dating, even with my friends, I'm a giver. That's just me. I'm a giver. I'm all in from the beginning.
Me too, Jess.
I just give.
Me too. Yeah.
So I'm like, as much as I do for myself and I want for myself, and I would want someone to reciprocate whatever I do in whatever way they can, it doesn't change me. I'm still a
and I think from a female perspective, that's normally what happens with women. We're more of the givers, right? And I'm not beating you guys up. Please don't think I'm beating you up. I'm happy to have you here. But I'm just saying, he's right. He's taking notes. See what I mean? But listen, most women, when they get into women want to be in relationships. That's the bottom line. And let's touch on this. Women want to be in relationships. When they get into a relationship with you, they're looking to build. Let's start from the bottom and build up. But they're only going to take as much rope as you give them, right? So if you're backing off and you're not giving them 75%, you're only giving them 50, then what are they to do? I think it's a struggle sometimes, because we're only going to go as far as you allow us to. What's holding you guys back from just being completely open? Everybody's got situations. Maybe you're dating. You don't. What is it?
Well, I think you brought up a bigger point in terms of a relationship. You said every woman wants to be in a relationship. You need to define a relationship, because you have some women that are old school. Man wants you to take care of everything. You have some women that are more independent. Then you have some women that, I want old school, but I want the benefits of being, a strong woman. But you still got to do everything as men. You have to chase me. So, as for me, as I say in terms of dating, is trying to find out what type of woman you are and how does that work with me in terms of my needs and what I want. I want a partner. I don't want another dependent. And if I can't find a partner, then we're going to be better off friends. You know what I mean? And I'll keep it pushing. But you need to understand what that relationship means for somebody, because you have a lot of women, and I'm not going to say all, you have some, let's say some, that they want that, I want to be taken care of. I want to be doted on, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But everybody has to be on that same page. And I think when you talk about relationships, everybody's in it for a different reason in terms of what they want, and then you also have to include the pain and hurt that they had past. Because the new guy is going to deal with what old boy did. I don't trust him. What? You need to go through my phone every day. I can't do that. I don't want to do that. If I ever do, peace out. I'm not doing that. So,
I was just going to say about this whole meeting halfway thing. I think that what you were just saying, Jess, was a valid point. When you're a giver, it's kind of hard because sometimes you run into users. And so you give so much and then you don't realize it until, you've gotten beyond the point where you feel like you've been taken because you've been dealing with a user. Now, to go along with what you were saying, Ben, that's why the whole dating process is important, okay? Everybody's in a rush. Okay, as soon as the sex gets involved, things become complicated. People are no longer transparent. All of a sudden now we hiding this and hiding that because things are different now. We have no longer been at the point where we were openly discussing things. We were openly sharing our thoughts, going out, doing things that just, make us us. The sex comes. Things get complicated. You no longer feel like you want to be in a relationship with that person because now, when you're talking about the users, they pretty much got what they want. I mean, I don't know. Somebody.
It's just juggling. It's juggling too many balls. I'm sorry. Stop juggling so many balls.
But I think too that what you said, Missy, is true. Society has created this monster, because everybody got a team now. Everybody got a side chick. Everybody.
I'm sorry.
Let's
juggling and side chick. Just because you're dating doesn't mean you're juggling. If you're upfront and you tell people that you're dating.
Beyond the dating.
Nobody's knocking that. I mean, if you're upfront, we appreciate that.
Right, yes,
that's
those
the
are
problem.
two separate
Too many
things.
people are not honest. And if you're honest, and I know going in the gate, then hey, no issues at all. So I'm with you on that.
I just don't think it's fair that when women are in a relationship with a man and they don't tell them that you are a side chick, because now feelings are involved, and then people say to that woman, oh, you know, you're a side chick, and they're offended by it, but it wasn't by choice is what I'm saying, because now you love this person, you're involved, you're head over heels, you were not aware that you were a side chick, you wasn't aware he already had a committed relationship. So I have a problem with that, though. Like I said, I'm in a relationship. When I hear people who come to me and tell me those stories, it is mind-boggling that this is what's going on out there. Because I feel like men should be honest about the situation. We're adults. That's how I feel. At this age, I don't have time to play games. So if I was single, like, be straight with me. Tell me what you're doing. If you tell me, okay, I'm dating old girl over here, we've been in a relationship such a year, but I'm trying to figure things out, and you know I'm seeing you on the side, then that's my decision. If I want to come in,
tell me anything.
yeah, and be in that triangle, but let that be my decision. Don't throw me in a triangle and I don't know about. Now I'm head over heels and I can't get out. I think that's unfair.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But I can also agree with, you know, I mean, we're all adults here.
Yeah.
And you all can see things for what they really are if you want to see things. You can.
Agree.
Maybe that's
Agree.
No?
To some extent.
So,
And they don't
you
want
know,
to see you.
listen.
I agree.
I can, and you can tell me if you had this experience. You can tell a young woman what you're doing, and it points and says that you're seeing other people, but that's not what she's hearing right now because that's not what she wants. So you also have to put that in there too, because there's some people just like, no, this is what's going to happen.
But that's us. That's us. I'm going to say that's us. But there are some women who have it in their mind that they're going to change a man. He's going to be mine, you know, and they think that they're going to do all of these things. Yeah. Am I speaking about
You
something that's not true?
125%.
Yeah. I was going to say, because I mean, I hear it from women and men all the time, that a woman just is going to constantly force themselves on there. A man knows if he wants to be bothered or not, and he gives you that energy. If he's giving you the vibe that, you know, he's interested, then it's okay to push forward. But if he's giving you the vibe that he doesn't really want to be bothered, you have to pull back. And some women are not doing that.
Because they want to be in relationships. If you
Right,
look,
but
if you
it's
look at
not
our
going to
age
work
group
if you.
right now,
Yes, no, you're
so
right.
many women
You're
are
right.
single. Everybody
Yes.
just wants to be loved, and
But why
it's
be in a
heartbreaking
relationship with
sometimes.
somebody? Yes, but why be in a relationship with somebody that doesn't want to be in a
Because
relationship
they
with you?
settle. They settle
Okay.
because they just want
That is-
somebody to
I think
love
that's
them.
the
And
key
I
word
think
there,
and it's
settle.
so frustrating because you hear so many men go, "Oh, I'm looking for a committed relationship. I'm looking for a committed relationship." I'm not seeing that. That's not the vibe I'm getting from, you know, the men that are out there. I don't see that. And I just feel like it's a bunch of game. And I feel sorry for my single friends because it's heartbreaking. They want to be in a committed relationship. They have this package to offer, but no one's willing to come into their world. And it's very, very hard because it's like, how old are you going to be before that man gets invited? I don't want to hear about your situations, though. Don't tell
Then
me
hold
you're
on
in a
one second. I
complicated
want to say
situation.
something before we go further, because this is something that I'm hearing from men a lot too. Women think they're the package, and they're not.
Well, I have to be confident about myself.
No.
I'm
But
a package.
no. Right. You are a package to the man that's looking for your type of package.
That's it.
But you're not the package to every
Where's
man.
the UPS man that's going to open this
right.
up?
But that's the
it.
problem with some women. They think they're the package to every man, and that actually is what's pushing most men away, because they say, yeah, you might be the package because you think, but that's not the kind of woman I want. You know, there are certain things that you think, but once again, the man is like, no, I want a woman that I could love when I come home. Like, I'll bring home the bacon, be there to love me. And you like, no, I'm going out to get the bacon too. And he's like, no.
But I think women should work. I'm sorry.
No. I'm not saying that they shouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm saying these are some of the things that men are saying. Like, there's too much competition with some of these women that think that they're the package.
Okay, I mean, I can see your point a little bit.
Okay. All right. That's long as.
Isn't there a struggle though with the ratio of women to men?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? That,
Yeah.
That in of itself plays into these numbers.
But it's the truth,
But
though.
It's true.
It's just kind of the reality of it. It's like supply and demand. So many options, and I think it's actually unfair, but it is a real reality. And in certain scenarios, those numbers are really bad.
So let me ask you a question. How do you feel about submission?
That's a great question.
You need to define that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elaborate.
So how do you feel about a submissive woman? Is that what you would look for in a woman, that because you're single and because you're dating, a woman that you would want to be in a relationship with and possibly marry? Or is that something you would not want to deal with at all?
I'll quickly answer it. I think a lot of this plays into what we see in our childhood. So in my eyes, I've always wanted a woman that is strong enough to, like in the back of the days, like, oh, she doesn't drive and she just stays at home. I want a woman that can carry herself, not just with the kids, but also in the house. But at the same time, as a man, I need you to submit to me to a certain degree, because that's part of my DNA, in my opinion, when it comes to that.
I agree.
My daughter told me, she was like, oh, see how you serve daddy? I am never serving my husband. She was like, I am not doing this. She's all that you be doing. She said, ain't no way. And I'm like, but that's what I said, that's what you say now, until you get into a relationship. Because everybody pops their jump, and they always say, oh, I'm not going to do this. People say, I'm never going to be a fool in a relationship. You never know what type of fool you're going to be until you fall in love. We are all fools in our own rights, but that's how I was raised. So that's how I look at relationship, is that, he's the breadwinner. We both work. We both bring to the table. He pays the majority of the bills because he makes more than me.
And you pay for the food.
Yeah, I do
pay the
minor
small
stuff.
bills.
I
and
pay
run
my own
behind the
car
kids
note.
that ask for
Yeah.
$5 and $10 bills, and then you have your own stuff.
Right. But when we go out to
talking about
eat,
mortgage, he's gonna get the check.
I don't even go in my pocket.
Right.
That's
right. Because
I don't go in my
because
pocket.
that's personal. Because this is him taking you out. I'm with my wife, right? And I'm going to take out my wife. There are some people who don't understand that. I too was raised like that, where I watch my mom and my stepfather, and I watch my aunts. To this day, my uncle still brings my aunt his check. She give him $20 for the beer, but if you see them together, I'm Big Daddy, because Big Daddy pay the bills. Okay, and so she still cooks, cleans. When she was working, she worked. When she wasn't, it's still okay. We still got to do whatever we have to do to take care of our household. And I think that's where people are failing nowadays. People are forgetting that it's about a bond. It's about creating that relationship with someone. And this is how come married men don't like their wives to hang with single women, because single women don't understand that point.
What's it gonna last?
That's right, because that's disrespectful.
Ben,
I think there should be a certain amount of respect.
What is this about?
I'm just listening. I agree with Bert to a degree, and I think every relationship is different. And when you talk about somebody being submissive, it can be either or, because there will be situations where your wife makes more, but it's also about how that woman makes that man feel in that relationship. In terms of what you said, in terms of asking, no, I'm not asking. We're having a discussion. I'm consulting, and if you have to, it's not about asking anything. We're in a relationship. This is what we're doing. I think sometimes a marriage and a relationship are different. Some women don't understand that. They treat a relationship like a marriage. No, we're not there, sweetie. I'm sorry. You're not getting this part. You're not getting this part of this 401k.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, listen, we have to work towards that. Work towards that trust.
Okay.
So there has to be a balance. But again, I don't want a dependent. I want a partner. I could be leading, but you know what? If I need to take a step back and you lead, you lead. And I'll let my wife lead. I have no problem staying home with the kid. Yeah, go ahead, boo. Do your thing. Make that loop. All right, I'll go watch the kids. But it's all about that relationship and how he makes her feel, and vice versa. And if that's not there, it's a wrap.
So you touched on something, and I want to sort of transition a little bit, because you just said, I'm not sharing my 401k. And that's something I hear all the time from men, a whole lot. And also the phrase is cheaper to keep her. So, when it gets to that point that you are in a relationship and maybe things aren't great, but I think people are really concerned about what they're going to lose. Is that an obstacle for you moving forward in relationships sometimes, really thinking that, I will have to give of myself and of my finances and things that I've earned? Is that a concern, or maybe mixed up thing?
For me, it's not a concern. I guess I'm from the old school in that way. I don't believe in divorce. You marry.
That's why
Death
dating is important.
do us apart. Yeah, dating is important. I'm not going down that road again.
You got the right
I made a commitment to God of what I'm going to do and what I'm going to work on. It's too easy to get a divorce. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, which are, and they're divorcing. No, let's work at this. And if I don't have a person that's willing to commit to that type of level, then why are we even doing this?
Right.
But to your point, 401k, the reason I said that is because I have a couple friends that are going divorces. And it gets hairy. You have a person this way and they switch up because they're angry And it's not about them anymore. It's about what I can get. It's not about the family. It's not about the kids. It's about what I'm going to get because I'm going to hurt you.